Now therefore set your house in order, and reprove your people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. Let go from you mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto you, and haste thee to flee from these times. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting the good fight of faith in truth and sincerity and wholeheartedly. And shalom to the Akwab, which is the women believers. Shalom unto you. And the best mind state to have is to not be tied to anything. You know, family, children, jobs. First of all, you shouldn't have no dreams. But if you have those, when we make videos, we're preaching to the choir. And if anybody have an ear to hear, then, call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. But when we make these videos, we're preaching to ourselves and to brothers and sisters that believe and try to be edifying as possible. So the times that we are approaching, you cannot have no ties. Now, everything is easier said than done, but the Lord gave us the blueprint that how to escape this place, man. That don't mean that you ain't supposed to love your children, love your wife, love your father, love your mother. But the scriptures also says, if you love them more than me, then you are not worthy of me. So what is that scripture saying in Luke 14:26? And it even said, if you love your life more than me, then you can't be my disciple. If you don't hate your life, after the Lord gave you the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of what this life consists of, then you're definitely not one of his. So having no ties, that don't mean, it's basically like you love your family, but you understand that your family can't save you. And then it should make it easier for you to have this mind state because they're not with you. Don't allow your family to take away something that's precious. Don't allow your family become a stumbling block. Don't allow your job to become a stumbling block. That's what you call the mortal thoughts. So when it says, now therefore set your house in order and reprove your people. So the thing is, we've been doing that. And really the house is talking about the house of the Lord. All right. People who are like you. When you go to 1 Thessalonians 4:18, the 16 to 17 verses talking about those who die in Yahweh Shai, and then the ones who don't die, but still believe in Yahweh Shai, they all going to be caught up, come up hither, all right, into the chariots. And then verse 18, it said, comfort each other with these words. So that's who we're comforting. That's what it means to set your house in order. Now, when you go into the word house, the origin of it, bodig, which is in Latin, it's talking about yourself too. So you really can't put nobody in order if you don't got yourself in order. But it's talking about your household, the believers, and it's also talking about your household. So if you have a wife and children, you got to let them know what we're about to approach. You don't force it on them, but you let them know. And it said, comfort such of them as be in trouble and renounce corruption. And that's the stumbling block right there. This flesh is no joke. But through the grace and mercy, I don't even worry about that no more because the Lord, he's in control. Scripture said that we all fall short. Scripture said, be not over righteous, why destroy thyself? And it also said, be not over wicked, why die before thy time? So you got to be balanced in this thing. You cannot force the course of the river. All right. The Lord got you. If you part of the elect, the Lord see your integrity. He got you. That's why he gave us an avenue to even be righteous. When you go to Revelation 14:5, it said in their mouth was found no guile, and it was credited in righteousness, man. So the beautiful thing is that we are credit righteousness for professing him in the world and walking what he asks of us, the law, statutes, commandments, to the best of our ability. But the mortal thoughts you're supposed to cast away, because you shouldn't have no ties. So Matthew 16:24, then said Yahushua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Let's look up some words. So I want to look up let him deny.
Strong's G 533. Aparneomai.
So it said deny, to affirm that one has no acquaintance or connection with someone. And that's going into the verse that I quoted. If any man love his father, mother, brother, sister, children, even his own life, he cannot be my disciple. Luke 14:26. So you have to count the cost. You got to understand what you are in. And the beautiful thing about it is that you know it's a mortal thought when you understand that this place is about to pass away with fire. All right? The earth and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, 2 Peter 3. So knowing that, why would you have ties? And then if your family ain't down with you, talk about on the belief system, then why would you care about them to the point that you are going to forsake your mercy? Don't forsake your mercy by trusting in this shit. All right. So it says to forget oneself, lose sight of oneself and one's own interest. So it ain't about you no more. It's about Yahushua. But it should make it easier because you understand the truth. He gave you the eyes to see and the ears to hear. You understand that this place is going to be destroyed in an hour. Revelation 18:17 down to 21 talks about how this place is going to be destroyed by fire in 1 hour. It takes the missiles. When you do the research, they only take from Russia to shoot a missile over here and the other nations on the other side of the world. It takes anywhere from 25 to 30 minutes. So that means it's going to take 30 minutes to desecrate this place. All right. So I'm going to look up another word. So that was let him deny. I'm going to look up cross. I already know what that's about, but I ain't about to read all that. You can read it yourself. That is talking about the custom of the crucifixion. But what I want to get down here is, so it said figuratively exposure to death. So when you bear the cross, you are literally a sheep led to the slaughter. And you have to understand that. You got to understand what you're in. Going back to denying yourself and counting the cost. And it says self-denial, by implication, the atonement of Hamashiach. So the thing is exposure to death. We are exposed to death every day because we stand up for righteousness. And in Isaiah 59:15, it said that he that standeth for righteousness maketh himself a prey. All right. So, and then if any man, so to read 24 again, and it said, then said Yahushua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever shall save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. So if you have the 100% understanding, you understand that we have something way better. And then another thing, man. We are not in our blessing. We are in somebody else's blessing, and we are actually in our number one enemy's blessing. Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white people. This is 1681. All right. Esau, Edom. We are in his kingdom. We'll talk about the people. If he had it his way, he will extinct us. That's the kingdom that we are in. Long as you are his song and dance, you are his entertainment. You continue to build up his society. Oh, he likes you. But soon as you try to stand up and speak against him, he gonna get you out of here. So why would you want to be in a place dealing with a totalitarian man, a savage, ferocious, beastly man? Actually, that's what the definition mean when you go into the beast in Revelation. A savage, ferocious, beastly man. This man is a tyrant. This man is the devil. He don't like you. Why do you want to be here when the Lord promises everlasting life? This man is trying to put a digital implant in you to make. Oh, so when you look into that, right? Talk about everlasting life now. This man said, by storing your consciousness in your dreams in a database, that's how you're going to be eternal. So that means your body dead, your physical body dead, but he's saying that through his technology, he can store your consciousness in your dreams into a database. And that's how you'll be able to live on. Come on, man. That's what you call pseudoscience. Pseudos means false. All right. And this man cannot do what the Lord can do. He need devices to do it. The Lord can just speak it. But anyways, let's continue. This is the mindset that you got to be in. If ye then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above, where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of the Most High. So the Lord is making intercessions for us. Remember John 14:1, it talks about he go back to the heaven, to sit on the right hand of the Father. And if he go back to the Father, that he have a place prepared for us already. All right. I can't wait to see that. Lord willing, I'm part of the elect on the first resurrection. And it says, set your affections on things above, not on things on the earth. It's that simple. Especially when you know the truth is that simple. The reason that I said it's easier said than done, because you still got people who might, even people who are men of the Lord still have those mortal thoughts. And that's just a demon. You have to really fight that flesh, and you have to understand that it's nothing in this world that could be compared to the glory that's going to be revealed in us. Nothing in this world can give us what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah said he was going to give us. So even if you believe 99% and you still got 1% doubt, that's too much. The flesh and Satan will work on that, man. So you have to understand what you are in. You have to understand what are we about to receive, but you have to believe it. That's why the scripture said in Hebrews 11:6, faith is the substance. Oh no, that's Hebrews 11:1. Hebrews 11:6 says that for it is impossible to please the Most High without faith. And we're approaching a day that you're going to see why that scripture is so important. Because it ain't going to be how many breakdowns, it ain't going to be, how articulate you speak. In that day, it's going, do you believe or not? Because death is going to stare you in the face. So if you set your affection on things above, not on things on earth, for ye are dead and your life is hid with Hamashiach and the Most High. So you're already dead already. Die with some dignity if that's your fate. Because some of us ain't going to taste death. Let me prove that real quick. Let's go to the last verse. So Yahweh Shah said, verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which should not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. So some of us is not going to taste death. We're actually going to hear that come up hither. Even the ones who die in Hamashiach's going to hear that. They're going to be risen first. So it said, for ye are dead and your life is hid with Hamashiach. I want to see what this word hid. Your life is hid. Ooh, crypto. And it said to hide, conceal, to be hid, escape. Notice, metaphor to conceal that it may not become known. Now, the thing is that you are a sheep led to the slaughter. You die daily, as Paul said in 1 Corinthians 15:31. You die daily. And the thing is that when your life is hid, Hamashiach, it literally means, matter of fact, it literally means to matter. Oh, that's what it is. Let's read it in the NLT. For you died, on the right side, verse 3. For you died to this life, and your real life is hidden with Hamashiach in the Most High. So this is not living. This is just a passerbying. All right. If that's not even a word, I don't care. It sounds good to me. This is a passer by. All right. Pilgrims, as the scripture said, pilgrims is a man traveling to a holy place. So this is our rest stop. And this is the rest stop where you're being tested to see if you're worthy to receive the real life. All right. On the first resurrection, as it says in Revelation 20 and verse 5 and 6. Blessed is he who take part in the first resurrection. That's the elect. So your real life. All right. Verse 4. Which when Hamashiach, who is our life, shall appear, then shall you also appear with him in glory. See, that's what it's all about. And we do not know what that entails. So when you go to 1 John 3 and 2, it says, I do not know what I will be like, but I know I'll be like him when he appears. When you go into 1 Corinthians 15 and 50 on down, it talks about us being changed in the twinkling of an eye. And then this corruption is going to put on incorruption. And this mortal is going to put on immortality. Immortality. Nobody wants to die. The only people who wants to die is the ones who live a miserable life. That's why you got people who commit suicide. That's why you got men of the Lord who understand what death is. Death is rest, according to the scriptures. Matter of fact, let me get my favorite one when it comes to death. And then come back. Because it's all about rest. We all want to rest. So it says, when the dead is at rest, let his remembrance rest and be comforted for him when his spirit is departed from him. So, you know, you got people who cry and they actually cry every time the death date come up. 10 years later, somebody's still crying about somebody who died. That man or that woman is at rest. And if he was able to look down on you, he'd be like, you need to chill out. I'm in paradise. Remember what Yahushua told the man that's on his right side? He said, today you will be with me in paradise. We in hell. All right. So when Hamashiach, verse 4, when Hamashiach, who is our life, that means that your life is hid. You're not partaking in the wickedness in this world. You're not doing everything that your heart desire. We are dead here. We not living. We are suffering because we know the truth. And I said this earlier because I was like, man, you know, it's so crazy when before the Lord had mercy upon you, you really thought this was living. You really thought this was life. This was your only hope. Call Halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for giving us a real hope and a better hope. Established on better promises. Because in this flesh, we will always fail. That's why we got to be changed. Verse 5. It said, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscences, and covetousness, which is idolatry. And that's what everything you see in this world and everybody who do not got Yahushua, they partake in that. So our life is hid in Yahushua. But guess what? If we endure to the end, then we're going to receive everything that our heart desire. Call Halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Hopefully this video is edifying and shalom.